Okay, Stephen and Marilyn. I got my little remote to turn my camera on. This is my first try with a video, so let's see how this goes, okay? So make sure, of course, as always, you're in a nice and sturdy, stable chair, okay? I want your hands out front, and I want you to start to stretch, open the arms wide, and bring back to center. Open wide, and bring back to center. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now from center, we're going to go diagonal. 1, back to center, and go the opposite. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Arms straight out. Let's bring them in and touch the shoulders and bring them back wide. 2, let's do 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's tap each finger to our thumb. This is going to work on our agility a little bit, work on our finger fitness, okay? The next one I want you to do is I want you to stretch by touching the top of the finger and pull down, pull down, pull down, open and close. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and warm up the lower body. Let's rock up on our tiptoes and back on our heels. Up on our tiptoes, back on our heels. Let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and march, big marches. One more each side. Now we're going to step out and in. We're going to do 10 on each side. Six more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and do the other side. And last one. Let's go ahead and just march. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to do an exercise. Now, Marilyn, you're going to have to decide on days that this is good for Stephen, or Stephen, you need to decide on days that this is a good fit for you. On days where you feel weaker, it's probably not a good idea. But on days where you feel strong, it's a good practice. So we're going to practice standing from the seated position. Now, I might go out of camera a little bit as I stand up, but I just want you to get the basis of the strength in the position you need to practice and stay strong getting up from a seated position. Always sit in a chair that keeps you upright. Try not to pick a chair that is soft and squishy, that you sink down in it, because it makes it harder to get out of. So when you're sitting in a chair, make sure the feet are wide and stable, okay? We're going to lean forward and press up through the legs, and then slowly come back down. Gonna press, lean forward, come up, and back down. As long as you don't move your feet, your chair should be in the same place. You don't have to worry about missing the chair, okay? Again, one more time, press up and sit back down. Good. All right, let's go ahead and march and kick a few times. So now we've warmed up those legs, we've warmed up the quad muscles, we've warmed up the upper body. Let's go ahead and grab our weights. Mine are here, so I'm gonna grab them. And let's start with working the wrist a little bit. So your weight palm should be up. I want you to lean forward and lay that weight on the top of the leg so that the wrist hangs over the knee. I want you to lower the wrist down, let the weight come into the fingers, and then curl it back up. And that makes 8. We're going to go ahead and do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more makes 8. Good. Let's go ahead and start with our bicep curls. Weights down to the side, bicep curl up. One more makes 10. We're going to add a combination movement. So I want to turn the weights to hammer. One arm at a time to the shoulder, press up, back to the shoulder, and down. Up to the shoulder, press up, back to the shoulder, and down. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to do one more on each side. Good. Go ahead and rest. Move those shoulders around a little bit if they feel a little stiff and tired. Now remember, we did 10, but if 10's too many, then I want you to knock it down and do 8, or maybe a day you can only do 5, okay? So you do what feels good for you, okay? Let's go back to our bicep curl, and we're gonna do the same thing again. We're doing 8. One more makes 8. And then we'll go into the hammer curl and press up. And you can continue on with that. I'm going to stop at this one for time's sake so we have a little bit more time. And then you can just continue on from there and do 8 or break it down into 4, okay? Like I said, whatever feels good for you. So let's take one weight and place it on the floor. We're going to hold on to the other weight. We're going to take a step out. Weight will be in front. We're going to bring the weight down in front, and we're going to bring it up. And one more makes 5. While it's overhead, turn the weight, hold on each side, bring it down, and press up for 5. and that makes 5. All right, so that will take care of warm up for lower body, warm up for upper body, and a little bit of exercise for upper body. One other thing that I want you to do with Steven is get a small box. I have one here. I'm gonna lay this box in front of me. I'm gonna tip my camera down a little bit just so you can see. And you can pick different sizes of things to put in front. And I want you to, you can pick things that are small so that you concentrate on picking the foot up and tapping. Maybe you're gonna set up a cup, maybe a large cup or a small cup, and practice tapping up without knocking it over. And then another one you can do is you can set your weight up on the floor right between your legs, and you can practice stepping up and over that weight, okay? And then you can do it with the other foot. And you can do all of this from the seated position. Without me being there, I would rather that Steven stay seated to do these activities. That way, Marilyn, it's not on you if he would lose his balance. But you can still do those exercises from the seated position, stepping up and tapping and then stepping over that weight, okay? Last exercise I'm gonna instruct you on is with a ball. And I don't know if you have a ball. If you don't, you can let me know. But I'd like you to get a small ball, if you have one maybe from Silver Sneakers class, and put it between your knees and then just squeeze the ball about 10 times, and then I want you to hold it and squeeze it and count to 10, and then I want you to squeeze and release and count to 10. Squeeze and hold and count to 10, and squeeze and release and count to 10. Okay? So that's for part 1. I'll make another video maybe tomorrow and send that over with some different exercises, and then you can let me know how this goes. That way you can do the exercises and things when you feel up to doing them, okay? I hope this helps. Bye, guys.